Hi everyone, my name is Amber Fisher, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to do some stop motion photography in Adobe Premiere. I do have to apologize for the mic quality. I have been battling with it all day, and this is the best that I could get it to. I'm using my husband's computer, and he's out of town, and it's just been really frustrating. So please bear with me as we go through this tutorial, and I'll try and be as clear as I can. And again, I just apologize for the mic. So this is just a stop motion little clip that I made. And I'll go ahead and play with you for you guys so you can kind of see. It's nothing special, but it's just to give you a taste of what you guys can do. All right, that's it. The ending's a little bit rough, but that's just to give you an idea of what to do. So you're going to go ahead and open up Adobe Premiere for this, and I'm going to go ahead and click New Project. Then in this, you're just going to type in the project's name. So I'm going to say, whoops. Sorry about that. All right, if you're going to go in here, and you're going to just type in the name. I'm going to say Candy Stop Motion Practice. And then you're just going to go ahead and click OK. Sorry about that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this. So there's a couple screens. And so here you're gonna add like your audio if you want anything, and you can like adjust it. And up here you can see like the video clip of how everything is forming together. Down here is actually where you're going to import your files that you're going to create the movie with. And then in here it's kind of give you the second play, like the sequence options. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload my media files. On my desktop I just saved a file. And it's really important for you to keep your files organized so that the Adobe Premiere knows where to pull them from, because that's where they're going to pull from each time. So right here, I created 50 frames for my stop motion. So it's really short. It's only going to be like less than 30 seconds. You can cut it down, do how many frames you would like, but you can just see that for this amount of time, this is what it's going to take for how long. So I'm going to select all of them. So you can do like Control A, or if you have a Mac, you can do Command A, like select all, and then you're going to import them and drag them. I just drag them straight into there. That's the easiest way since I'm using my husband's computer. Then I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And then I'm going to go and scroll up to the top. Where I see number image 1, I'm going to go ahead and just to get this started, I'm going to drag this guy over here. And then that way I can have one of them. And then I'm just going to delete this because I don't really need it in there. I just have everything set up kind of. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first image again. And I'm going to select all of them. And then I'm going to go down here and it's the automate to sequence. And right here, you can play around with putting like the sort number in. So if you wanted to reorder them, or the selection order, because you can see how I have them in order. And I want that, so I'm just going to leave that there. And then there's some couple options that you can play with here. But the main thing that I want to focus on is the frames per still. And that is going to allow you to change this. And usually for stop motion, there are like 10 to 15 frames, depending on how long your video is. But for my video, I'm going to go ahead and do a 15 frame. You can also do a 10 frame, which works really well too. But just feel like the bounciness of the film that I kind of want, I'm going to go ahead and do a 15 frame. So I'm going to select OK, and that puts all of my images right here that I have. And something that I forgot to mention, that I'll mention now, is like if you wanted to see your images so that you could play around, you just go down here and you're going to, it's the icon view. And that way you can see all your icons. And this is the zoom. And you can zoom in really big, or you can just play around with it however you want. I'm going to go ahead and it's a little bit cleaner. I like looking at the images, but I have them right here. So now I'm going to just go ahead and make sure that plays. Right here, you can see that my tab is starting at the beginning, which I want. And it kind of does, it's working pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and stop that because it's a little bit boring. It's like pretty bland. I want some music to it. So what you can do is there's lots of places you can get like royalty-free music that you can use and incorporate into your stop motion. And what I really like is YouTube has this free music and stuff that you can download and browse, and it's royalty-free, so it's really nice. Some contracts ask you just to have to cite them, which isn't too bad for giving their music to you for free. So I went ahead and I downloaded the image and or the media file, and I went ahead and saved it into a folder. So my folder's right here, and what I'm just going to do, I used a thing called Summer Smile. It's fun and bouncy, and I thought it just worked with this. So I'm going to go ahead and drag it. I'm going to drag it right underneath it where this says my audio file for number 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and just close that. Now, you wanted to make sure that you put it at the beginning where the tab is, and you can notice that this is second number 1, so I have it at the beginning. However, the audio file is really long. So if you notice, as I scroll down here, you can see that about 25 seconds, my images stop, the audio continues. So what you can do is you can cut that audio off. And so there's a couple of different ways. If you want to break it up, you can come in here and you can chop it up. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and just trim this. The ending will be kind of rough. It'll kind of cut off at a weird spot, but this is just to give you a taste of what you can do with the stop motion, and you can fine tune it in the later. So let's see if I can speed this up a bit, because I know that's about 25 seconds. So I'm looking up at the top where it shows my time so that I can see exactly where I am. And I'm almost there, about 50. Sorry, this is so long. So there we go. So it's going to line up just like that, and that's how I know that they stop. So if I go ahead and go back to the beginning, my cursor thing is still there, and I know that it's at the beginning. So if I hit this, you get the music. And there you are. So you can see how see how it kind of ended a little weird, but I can go back and fix that in a little bit. But that's just to give you a glimpse of what you can do. So you just want to make sure that you have all your images and your layout of how you want everything to be. This is just some leftover Halloween candy that I thought would be fun just to place in a bowl and to move around. So that was pretty fun to do. Now the next thing to know is right here, this yellow bar means about the rendering, how it's going to play. Is it going to play slowly or fast, or what is it going to do? So you can see it's low. It's not too bad. I mean, if it's red up here, if this turns red, then that means it's going to be pretty choppy. And you don't want that for your video. So what happens is what you can do if you're trying to just see how things are going throughout your video, and you want to make sure that everything is going okay. What you can do is you have to sequence up here, and you go render in and out, and you're going to click that. And what it's going to do is you notice that the yellow line is now turning green. Green is good, the good light that you want to see to make sure that everything's going smoothly. So now it plays really, really smooth. Of course, my images kind of jump around. What I would recommend is using a tethering cable. we just moved, and so I could not find the tethering cable for the life of me. And so I just used the camera, and I just manually did it, which you can see there's some bounce in there. So if you really want the images to be really like clear and very smooth, like not a lot of camera movement, but I think that kind of adds to it sometimes too. So it just depends on what you're going for. The tethering can be really smooth, or you can just do it manually. And there's a couple of more different options for that, but yep, that's kind of it. So you just want to make sure that you have all your images already in the process of exported and a good quality JPEG. And then once you put it in, you just do those steps that we talked about. And then to export it so it's all ready to go, what you're just going to do is you're going to go up to File, and you're going to go up to Export, and then Export Media. Now, if you're uploading this to like an Instagram account or something, there is a cap time, so you just need to be aware of that. My video is probably a little too long. It's about 25 seconds, and I believe the platform for that is about 15. Sorry about that. So up here, you have a different kind of formats up here, and you can do high quality, but because I'm uploading it to the web, I really want I already had it selected for me, but you want H.264, and that's going to be the quality that you want to export it to. And you want to make sure that your media file and your audio file is selected right here, because that's going to export both of them. And then I have my file name of what I'm going to be calling it. Right now it has it as Summer Smile as the output name, and you can go ahead and change that if you wanted. I'm going to just leave it for right now. There's a couple more options, but for this video I don't really need to maximize the rendering, because I already rendered it for this purpose of the video. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and hit export, and then it's exporting it up here, and then my video will be ready to play in a matter of minutes. So, and this was really short, but sometimes with stop motion, you can have up to like 1,000 images, and it could be very, very long. So that's why I just kind of did a short one for you guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and check out more of my work to see what I've done. Thank you.